Boom. What's good? Welcome to the First Screen Podcast presented by Bet Rivers. As y'all can see, your boy's not at home yet. I'm on the way. Said, you got the wheel. Well, said got the wheel. I will see y'all in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Artlist.io.
All right. First Stream Podcast in the house. Hey. Anyway, First Stream Podcast in the house. We on here. We're a little delayed today from what's going on, traffic and stuff. So we're just not getting started now from what we need to do for the night. We have a few things coming up. We want to talk about what's going on around the league, as well as what's going down with the Washington Commanders at the top down. At the top down, because we got a bunch of stuff going on from there as well. We also have a Thursday night game that's getting ready to come on here. We're not going to live stream. We're just going to talk about what's going on pretty much as the game goes around. So what we want to start right now is we're going to start with Lady A and give us a little information about what she's heard and seen come out of the state of Maryland regarding the Washington Commanders.
Well, actually, this is coming from Washington, D.C. The Attorney General has decided that he was going to sue the Washington Commanders, Dan Snyder, the NFL, and our lovely Roger Goodell. Pretty much what's going on right now, they're saying that everyone has deceived fans. They have covered up the workplace issue that we've been talking about for quite some time now. And we know that to be true. We know that they were covering up for Dan. So they're coming for him. They're coming for him. And I'm with it.
Yeah. So as that old song said, you gotta clean up what you didn't messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's quite clear though, and we kind of discussed this earlier. It sounds like, as the great Malcolm X said, the chickens have come to roost. And now the NFL in Washington D.C. itself is dealing with the monster that it created in Dan Snyder by covering up, by allowing all of these issues to happen as long as they have. I for one, I think the misconception is because I'm a Cowboy fan, people think that, oh no, I want to consistently see this play out the way it does. The implications are so much bigger than just football and winning and losing. Minorities are gravely misrepresented in ownership and management, and I think that getting somebody like this out and getting some type of minority group in, much like in baseball, if you look at the Miami Marlins, a lot of their group is owned by minority owners. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking to the success of the team or anything like that, even though they have been somewhat competitive. Those are the type of things that I would like to see happen around the NFL by and large. And if that means that Jerry Jones is affected by this as well, because he was the main one going to bat for Dan, say he was talking crazy to the guy up in New England at the last meeting. I'm like, you gonna disrespect that man? That man is your elder. So
no matter. He came into the league disrespecting. So
and see, my thing is, I'm still, because he put out the information saying he had dirt on everyone, right? And I want to know, in his mind, does he think there's a link between the owners trying to get him out, and all of a sudden now they have all this information, that they're using to, clean up what's the mess that he's done or the money he's hidden. Did somebody leak on him? Because I really truly want to know. I'm still going back to New England. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to hear this at all. But I'm sorry. because the simple fact is this. You know, there's no way in the world. There's no way in the world the Patriots stopped the Rams. I mean, the Rams was a monster. The
Greatest
next thing
show
you
on
know,
turf.
every play they ran, it was the New England Patriots standing there.
Yep.
You know, Goodell said, "Oh, we took care of it." No.
No, you didn't.
I think there's more because he destroyed the thing. Maybe if he hadn't said, "Okay, I'll destroy the tape," whoa, you gonna go and destroy the tapes even before you can share a little bit of showing us what they did, this, that, and the other, Well, not to get too far down that rabbit hole, but he has been defying the state, in the NFL for a minute, so
Yeah.
you can see that they were gonna come around and say, "Okay, look, check this out. We gonna test and see exactly how much he said he does and he does not have, and we're gonna go through it and find out,
Right.
and we're gonna put him out there, and we're gonna put him out there and go from there for what he got."
So, I
Now,
mean, honestly, it's not even just his financials that they're worried about. Um, so you have so many layers to what he's doing right now, because on top of that, you have to look at him and having a good workplace and things like that. But DC has a Consumers Protection Act, Protection Procedures Act. So he violated that by omitting things, misrepresenting things for financial gain. There are penalties that go along with that. So on all different levels, he's messing up.
right.
Yeah, but come on now. I mean, what is that ultimately gonna mean? Is my question. You telling me Dan gonna get some jail time?
Well, no, this would come with a penalty. This will come with there are penalties for violating the act. Now, they have come to him for jail time, but that's not this. They have come to him with criminal charges. But this is what happened today was completely separate from that. So they're
Okay.
hitting this man's pockets. They're threatening him with jail time. It's just like I said, there's so many layers to this. It's completely out of control. It's nothing like we've ever seen when it comes to, professional football.
So what do we see as cuz so this was the big news that they were kind of speaking to yesterday when they were saying major news coming out about, and it would end up being DC, you know, brass coming against. Yeah, I don't know, man. The rabbit hole. This kind of sounds like what's that movie with Will Smith, the Manchurian Candidate, uh, in any born identity, like, because the rabbit holes that you end up going down to and what you start seeing what it's really about. Man, we know a lot of these guys at the top, man. It's a lot more connected and convoluted than what we would want to give credit to.
Right.
So I guess my question to y'all is like, what would you want to be the end result of everything that ends up happening in your perfect world? So say it, even if it's all right, Bill gets kicked out of the league. I don't care. In a perfect world, what do you, if things come out the way that they could, what do you see happening?
That's Lady A. You got to start with the Washington fan on that. I mean, me and you on the outside looking in. I
Right,
can tell
right,
you what
right.
I think, but I mean, this question would apply to Lady A on her opinion on what you like to see.
So for me, and I'm looking at this on so many different levels because there are so many different levels to it. The HR aspect, he does not need to run an organization. He does not need to have employees. He's already proven that. So not only should he be removed as the boss, he should also, there should be things that are in place to prevent this from happening. Now, in his cleanup method, he has done quite a few things to try to cover up and try to, say, hey, I've changed the culture, which kind of negates the fact that you've already done so many different things. So he was trying to put some things into place. That's nice, but he should still be removed.
Mm-hmm.
So removing him, and this is just on one aspect, on the HR aspect, remove him, get someone else in there, hold him accountable for what he's already done, and make sure that nothing like this ever happens again. As a fan, remove him because he is a cancer to this organization. This organization has been around long before Dan got here. And all the fans knew as soon as he got a hold of the team, this was a bad idea. And here we are still dealing with this 20 something years later. So he's had all of these years of his terrible culture, his cockiness, his inability to run an NFL team. Like I said before, he thinks it's his toy and he does whatever he wants to do with it. It's a problem. Uh, he still hasn't run the team completely in the ground, but it's worse than anyone could ever remember. So, in the 90 years that it's been around, this may be a very, very low point for the team.
And Lady A, just a reset. Can you reset once again what we're talking about for the couple of new viewers that have hopped in the last couple minutes?
Okay, we're talking about the DC Attorney General's office. Carl Racine, he went ahead and decided to sue the Commanders, Daniel Snyder, the NFL, Roger Goodell. They are in violation of the DC's Consumer Protection Procedures Act. They have public misrepresentations, omissions. They are trying to get financial gain and not giving the public the truth about the organization, which comes with penalties. So um, this is another step that will quickly get Dan out the door.
Now, from my perspective, with them, I don't guess you can say removing him because these owners stick together. I don't care what nobody say. They stick together, and if it's got to this point, it's because he's rubbed more than enough of the owners sideways. Because it takes a majority vote to remove an owner, which means he's rubbed enough of them sideways that they say, you know what, maybe we should go ahead and get rid of him. You know, which says a lot. Now it doesn't. I mean, it actually gives a little fire to what said that he has dirt on quite a few of them. You know, what better way to shut somebody down off a major platform who's saying he got some dirt on you than to get rid of it?
Yeah.
But
well, I mean honestly, they've had enough for quite some time to vote him out. It's just that they have not had the vote. You see what I'm saying? So if you think about it like this, when they have the vote, they're going to have enough people, but they just have to have the vote, which is why Roger comes into play. Roger does not want that to happen. For some reason, he's backed in. He's backed Daniel Snyder, and you know this is where we are, and that's why he's specifically named in that lawsuit because he has backed in. And I'm hoping, as a whole, for the NFL that what's happening to Dan will be an example to like get your stuff together. You know, we know these owners are almost all crooked, and they have a lot of dirt. So get yourself together. You know, hopefully they're held accountable for whatever they've done in the past, but get yourself together from this point on so that you won't go through what Dan goes through. But they haven't liked Dan from the beginning. Dan came into the league as a brat. He cussed them all out when they had an owners meeting and they voted to have the Super Bowl in Arizona when he first became an owner. He cussed them all out. He was like, oh, because he couldn't do it for DC. They voted for Arizona.
I'm gonna tell you,
he cussed them out. Like, come on now, you can't. You a bratty little kid coming in. You brand new. You cussing us out because we made a decision. So yeah, they don't like Dan. I don't think they ever did, but they tolerated him.
And let's be honest, it's not like he doesn't kind of have a beef. Like I'm saying, if you think about it, the best way to pump money and to pump attention to a new owner and franchise, even though he want a new franchise, but him being a new owner, is he should be one of the top considerations to be able to host a Super Bowl. You know,
right, but
my question. This is
we don't have a dome. That's preference.
I mean, look at Cowboys though. Look at Cowboys for the Green Bay Super Bowl. Well, look what happened. That was the
Yeah,
Ice Bowl. We
yeah,
had to we had to deal with that. So I don't think that's necessarily. I mean, to me, that's the type of stuff that once again it can make a Super Bowl kind of tough, but it adds to the intrigue.
you're right.
I wanted to go back to something said had a comment said had made. He said that Dan. He said something about he had rubbed owners the wrong way. I
Hmm.
got word that ownership in New England can't be rubbed the wrong way. Given, given Operation Rubber Tug,
Oh my goodness.
ownership in New England don't care how you rub them as long as you rub
Sir,
them.
sir, there is a corner behind you. I feel like you already gotta go there.
I understand. I mean, exactly what he's saying. But see, the thing is it's like almost it's a double standard without it being a double standard because they keep telling us that the owners are going to be held to a higher standard than the play.
They do.
Is that not what he said? Okay,
And they do.
we already know about like Deshaun Watson, color yada yada yada. Okay, whatever. He wasn't convicted. The owner of the New England Patriots was convicted.
Yeah.
He has a felony on his record. So what have we done?
Not to mention the one owner, and I really feel like this was
Nothing.
by design. I feel like they chose an owner with a tainted past to speak out against Dan Snyder. That was not an impromptu comment or interview.
Mm-hmm.
They chose for this man. Oh, Dan said he got stuff on us. We're gonna send out somebody who everybody knows they're dirt. We're gonna have him go out there and talk about Dan.
The
That's by
pill,
design.
the
They
pill
don't
popper
care.
himself.
Yeah, they don't care. Truthfully, all of them probably 9.5 times out of 10 have a lot of dirt. Let truthfully speaking, a lot of people feel you can't come into that position with that amount of money, even if you're not an NFL team owner. But most of the time, you can't be in that position without dirt. So there
Yeah,
you have it.
yeah. That's my greatest. Listen, I understand that people can't be Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and all that stuff. I get it. We're human. Everybody makes mistakes. But some of this stuff on a human level, these are some nasty, filthy guys, man.
Yeah.
The going back to the emails, which
Mm,
said wants to start back there, but I cannot help but say, what happened to those emails that we never saw?
mm-hmm.
They promised retribution. They promised that those emails were gonna come out.
Yep.
Nothing. We heard
Yeah.
nothing.
No.
The video, they said that the video was supposed to come out regardless
Yep.
of ownership in New England. I don't know if it was because he was convicted or whatever. There was no law against putting the video out,
Yeah.
Right.
but it just went away.
Disappeared.
Emails just go away. John Gruden saying the most vile things about a black person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is let's not forget about the cheerleaders. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're demeaning people at the highest levels. That's what I
Yeah.
want. I want these type of people, as many as we can, because it's probably a lot more than what we realize.
Yeah.
But if we can get as many of them out as possible, that's what I'm here
But
for.
see, here's the thing. The way that I hate to say it because I don't want to go too deep into politics or things like that. But the way the NFL is structured is the same way that our country was structured. It is designed to favor certain people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL is structured. Yes, they're going to hold the players accountable. Next, they'll hold the coaches and the coaching staff accountable. They're not going to hold owners accountable. An outside source would have to hold the owners accountable.
Yep.
They're not going to do it themselves, which is why Dan has been allowed to continue as he chooses. Like him stepping down for a hot second was a suggestion, but it was an open-ended suggestion. He came back into the limelight and started doing things when he felt comfortable. They had not discussed it or anything like that for as far as him coming back. And then he stepped away again. It wasn't forced. They're not forcing Dan to do anything. Because if
Okay,
they were, they would have voted him out.
okay, not to spend too much more time on this right here,
Mm-hmm.
because we would like to get the thoughts of Pick as well. We're gonna transition and talk about a little college football before we do our picks. We're gonna talk about the current playoff situation we have going on in college football, and your thoughts about some of the teams you think are in the correct position or teams that should be higher or lower. To start off, we got after the win on this past weekend, we got Georgia at number one, Ohio State at number two, Michigan at number three, TCU at number four. Those are the current playoff teams as it stands. Michigan, Ohio State will work itself out because they have to play each other by the end of the year. Tennessee's at five, Oregon at six, LSU at seven, USC at eight, UCLA at nine, and Alabama at 10.
Hmm.
Alabama, Ole Miss have to play each other, so that's going to work itself out one way or the
Right.
other.
Right.
Um, do you? Is there anybody you think that has been slighted currently as college football stands with what we have right now in college football? Do you
Let me,
think that teams right now are sufficient in the position that they're in?
uh, l- l-
Mm.
I'll say no. I don't think nobody's slighted. I believe Georgia should have been at their rightful place of number one.
Mhm.
I'll go on the record to say again, I said to beat the man, you got to beat the man. I did believe that it's hard for me to put Tennessee as the number one team in the country when Georgia hasn't lost since they won the championship.
Yep.
But I did believe the way Tennessee was playing that they were looking like the number one team in the country. Sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
We can move on from that, right? But I mean, Ohio State is Ohio State. We'll find out more about them later on down the line. Their schedule is a little cupcakey, but it's Ohio State. What can you do?
Mhm.
I'm glad that they finally gave respect to TCU. It's yours. It's yours to lose now.
Right.
You're here. All
Yeah.
you got to do is win out, and there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they would put them there instead of a one loss, because we've seen in the past where a one loss Alabama or one loss LSU would
Yeah.
still take one of those top, 2 through 4 spots.
That's
Mhm.
because they
Rightfully,
both have two losses.
I was
but
about to say they both
no,
got
what,
two now.
well, I was gonna say rightfully so though,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
because in the past, easily a 1 loss, 2 loss SEC team going through that gauntlet, even what it used to be, was still better
Yeah.
than an undefeated Oklahoma State or
Mhm.
what have you. So no,
Yeah.
I think it's just where it needs to be. I actually love the fact that Alabama is at number 10. Stay out of the way. I don't want to look at them. I'm glad to see some new meat in there. I want to see what Oregon is going to do the rest of the way. I think they have an opportunity to creep into there as well. They're in a prime spot like how TCU was. So
Right.
now
Oregon
look
is
at
at number 6.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So now look, if Texas plays TCU this week. It's still the SEC championship, so it's gonna still be a lot of moving around. So I don't think nobody was slighted.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Michigan and TCU should have been switched.
Mm.
I think TCU should have been at three, Michigan at four, because Michigan has struggled against some of the weaker teams in their
Mhm.
division. Even
Yep.
though they've come out and end up
Yep.
winning the game, they have struggled. I mean, again, like I said, the Ohio State, Michigan are working itself out because they have
Yeah.
to play each other.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a one. One's going to win the division. One's going to have one loss.
Right.
But you still have Tennessee lurking there for
Yeah.
whichever one slips up. If that game
Mm-hmm.
end up being a blowout, guess what just happened?
Yep.
Tennessee just moved back up
Yep.
into position. Now, that being said, Georgia still has to play the SEC championship. It's going to be either LSU or Alabama.
Yeah.
We know it one way or the other. It's going to be one. Matter of fact, I think LSU is in the driver's seat because they beat Alabama. So LSU has to win out.
Yep.
If LSU wins out, they're in the SEC championship, and then they have to play. They have to play Alabama. I mean, they have to play Georgia in the SEC championship. Now, what I will say is, I'm trying to figure out the one lone holdout who gave Ohio State a number one pick. I wish I knew which one of the writers did that instead of
Yeah.
Georgia being completed 63 across the board. They did what they had to do to shut down a team again, just like Ann said, was coming in hot, putting up 49 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
They was putting it on everybody, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, what I do find intriguing is USC still down at number 8. They only have one loss.
Yeah, and LSU was over them.
They're exactly, and they're they're what I call creeper position, right? I mean, we know they had that bad loss, but yet and still, they're close enough.
Yeah.
They're right there close enough that, hey, look, hey,
you know what that is, though. You know what that is.
You got USC right there.
That's the Notre Dame treatment. That's the I know. That's the Notre Dame. It's two teams that are gonna get that treatment. It's USC and Notre Dame. They're always gonna, if they are undefeated or one loss close, they are gonna be hovering around that 10 spot every time. Yeah. Every time. Which is now what's interesting is they lost. How they are, I don't see. Oh no, I take that back. No, never mind. I take that back. Never mind. Alabama got 2 losses, so it don't matter.
Right.
That's right.
Alabama and LSU both have 2 losses.
But see, I see when you look at the top 25, you'll see that there are some 8-1 teams that are pretty low. So they're not going heavy on the record. I think they are truly looking at who you've played. Who did you beat? How much did you beat them? I feel like they may be doing this the right way because I mean, look at Liberty. They're 8-1 and they're all the way down to 19.
And they just came off a win against Arkansas.
Right.
In Arkansas.
A great win. A great
win. And I made a mistake
one great win versus the rest of their wins. Obviously, they're not pushing them up to higher than 19. So, I feel like they're taking a lot of things into account. Now, keep in mind they just had Tennessee as 1.
Right.
So you can't go heavily on that because obviously they make mistakes.
I think they did that on purpose.
And I just made a mistake because I said if LSU wins out, they're in position. And that's wrong. Ole Miss wins out.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
They're in position to go in the game because again they play Alabama. So like I said, that could work itself out. But if Lane Kiffin, can be the non-controversial Lane Kiffin and punt the ball on 4th down like he's supposed to instead of keep going on 4th down, they got a chance to beat Alabama and be in the SEC championship game.
Yeah,
I got a question.
Yeah,
do we owe Brian an apology? LSU.
Do we owe them?
Yes, because we was on him kind of tough earlier this season. They were looking like Dookie meat at first. They really were. And then next thing you know, they strung a couple. What was that win? What was the win? Because I was like, I said, I think they're gonna put it together. And it's the weird thing is, I said this, but I didn't fully believe it. I said, I think they're gonna beat Florida and they're gonna string it together.
And you picked them too.
I did. And I picked LSU, but I didn't believe it. I didn't fully believe it. I didn't fully believe it. No, I believe it, but it's like Brian is just too hit or miss. I've watched him for a few years at Notre Dame. I know he's gonna spit the bit when it matters most. But and this is if I'm being honest, this is what it looked like at Notre Dame every year. Mm-hmm. They lose a game they shouldn't lose. They lose to a top, Alabama, whoever they play, whoever the top tier team is, and then they string some wins together that keep them in contention. So that's
called growth. We saw growth,
right?
Because LSU is ranked 7 and they're 7-2, so that's growth,
right? And another major thing about that is he don't even have his players in there yet,
right?
The type of players he likes to use, especially at tight end. He don't have the players he likes to use in there yet, and they just did something in year 1 he has been unable to do at Notre Dame.
Yep.
He unable to do it at Notre Dame.
So you come over to LSU when you killing it.
When Alabama and Notre Dame were playing for the national championship, and people like Notre Dame did Notre Dame. I'll take your money for that one. You want to put some money on Notre Dame? I'll take that money.
Man,
I made some money that weekend.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. I was crushed about that one. I
Be-
thought our front seven was a monster that year.
Oh,
I did. You couldn't tell me nothing. I remember we was at Pluckers. I was like, out front and center. I'm like, bring me my wings, baby. We finna get us a national championship. Boy, we got ran up and down the field. Boy, it was a travesty.
But that's interesting though. You know, with him doing this in his first year without the players he recruited on the West, so there's no clear run to the top anymore for Alabama. Mm-hmm. Now there's a summer gauntlet they got to go through to get back to the SEC championship. You know, yes, we didn't play LSU this year. I think we play LSU like every 2 years. So next year I think we play LSU. I'm not sure if it's there or here. Matter of fact, I think it's here because we got dismantled in LSU when Burrow was there.
okay.
Oh, that championship
that
year. Ooh, yeah,
so,
that was a rough year.
So I think they come to Georgia this time. So we owed him one. You know, at the house.
Yeah.
I ain't forgot about that.
Now we'll see. Now, like you said, it might end up being a slugfest. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
it'll be interesting.
Real quick sidebar. This game is on. It's raining. Hurricane Nicole is coming up from Florida through Georgia, the Carolinas, all that stuff. It's raining. It's real ugly.
Why that sound like that'd be your middle name?
Nicole. It's not, but one of my close friends, it's her middle name. When I told her that it was Hurricane Nicole, she went off.
Look at lady ain't running up the coast, messing up the game.
No, I don't have no problem with these two teams, so that wouldn't be me.
Look, it's got to be a region thing. Look, all the teams up north, I hate them. I'm like, what's up with you?
That's kind of true. Like, Buffalo is pretty much Canada. I don't like them. I don't like Detroit.
Let me find out this all based on weather.
And you know what? We got one more sneaky team that's 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson.
Heck no, they ain't no sneaky team.
But no,
they
8-1.
They should have had a couple.
They had one shot. One shot was to go undefeated.
Let me tell you. If Clemson continue to win, y'all gonna be like, you know what? They only 8-1.
It ain't enough time left.
No.
Because they not gonna listen. Because they not gonna get in over. They not gonna get in over. Okay, let's say LSU wins the SEC championship, right? Let's say for just state for hypothetical,
right?
That would mean that Tennessee's gonna get in because they're not gonna. I'm sorry, they're not gonna. It's gonna be 2 SEC teams in there. Are we gonna argue about that?
No, we already know that it's gonna be.
So that would mean and then that still leaves Oregon and who was the other team? It was another one-loss team that we were talking about earlier.
Tennessee, Oregon. Are you talking about Mississippi?
No. I think that might be who. I think it was the Tennessee. I basically was saying
Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's probably Ole Miss.
No, I think I basically
USC.
So you got USC, you got Tennessee, and you got Oregon. There's no way that they getting in over neither one of them teams if they win out. It just ain't possible. Notre Dame got 3 losses. You ain't and that's my squad, but you ain't. Come on now, and you got drubbed by them too. They beat the brakes off of y'all. Nah,
but I'm gonna be honest to answer your question earlier. Said I'm actually surprised at the number 9 spot, UCLA. I mean, I understand they 8-1.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, there's no way. See, that's what I'm saying.
That's who did they lose to?
8-1, so they thinking about it.
Yeah,
they lost to Oregon.
Yep.
So they lost to a defensive squad that's gotten hot as the year's gone along. Similar to Oregon lost to Georgia, they lost to a defensive squad, who's continuing to be a monster as it went along.
Yeah.
But the really sticky team, North Carolina.
UNC?
Think about it.
Yeah, because they 8-1.
They 8-1.
When they rank 15, ain't nobody thinking about them.
Ain't nobody thinking about it. They putting up points. They ain't got no defense.
Yeah.
But
if they can get their defense together,
they have been putting up points. They don't have any defense whatsoever. But
Yeah.
it's weird to say at this point in the year that we're not talking about Clemson, we're not
Yeah.
talking about Alabama.
Right.
Two stalwarts
Hmm.
in the new college football playoff.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near being in the playoffs. This
Yeah.
is this is really why I wish they would have started the 12-team playoff earlier.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you
Because
got 12
Alabama
teams.
is at number 10 and Clemson's at number 12.
You right there. And then those teams, those smaller teams that are in that window, we can do this.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Get the brakes smoked off you. I don't want to hear nothing. Well, we did play. No. I don't want to hear that. You wanted to be in there.
Yeah.
This is what you're gonna get. Come on over here. Get this. Bring your pail and your lunch meat because you're gonna be on the sideline sipping your cocoa, eating this sandwich as you get ran up and down the field.
Oh my goodness.
They're like this.
What?
They're like this
That's
right
your
here.
tail and your cocoa and your lunch meat. What?
Bruce
What?
Glass said we talk about big dogs.
hey, that's
Last
all.
time we talk about-
Because if you watch, not to get back to Tennessee game, but if you watch the Tennessee Georgia game in the third quarter, Tennessee had the first opportunity with their ball. Georgia took the ball at 9 minutes 37 seconds.
Yeah.
Tennessee didn't see the ball again
Yeah.
till 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
They
But
ran right down.
That's how you win a ball game. I wish my NFL team would take note of that. But that's another conversation.
We like to welcome our lost soul out there who was out there doing big things out there trying to get it done. Come on in here and join us. At the halfway mark. We got Too Big in the building, people. We got Too Big in the building. Oh, Too Big. Just to bring you back in, we already had a discussion about the Washington Commanders and what's going on in DC. What's going on with the state suing. But if we always say we want reserves and coming. We knew you had something you want to talk about. Go ahead on the floor.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
He pulled a knock on us. He said, "I don't want to talk about that." Nope, I want to talk about
that. I want to talk about football.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Eagles. I want to talk about Monday night. I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about that.
No,
talk about this rainy game that's on right now.
Well, right now we were discussing the top four currently in the college football playoffs. And if we saw somebody sneaking in, well, okay. First of all, we asked, did you like the top four? Do you think they were in the right position?
I think the top
say
four,
exactly
they got
yes,
that
some say
right.
no.
I think they got the top four right because you have to show TCU some sort of love.
Yep.
You got to show them some sort of love. If you don't, you just doing them a discredit. Like they played the schedule was before them, right? And you're gonna penalize them for playing the schedule that's before them. You can't do that. That's not right. You know what I mean? You gotta show them the love. Listen, I did rush home, and I'm just gonna say it this way. And Los Pantalones.
Oh my goodness. You should have said that to say it.
Oh no.
Hey, mi pregunta es por qué.
Okay, hey.
Necesitas pantalones, señor.
Sí, señora. Listen.
No, not señora.
You're right. Listen, I'm just saying, man. It's been difficult all day hearing what I heard, and I really had one question about the Commanders, right? As far as what was done, it's like why? Like really? Like I'm sitting here with two other guys, right? Married, and don't get me wrong, I know rich people have their own set of problems and things that they go through, things like that, right? But last I checked, he got a wife.
Whoa. What you talking about?
I went back to NFL real fast.
He went back to Dan.
I went back to Dan. Last I checked, that man got a wife. That man's got
what
a wife.
else? What happened though, dude? You got some new stuff we don't know nothing about?
I think he's talking about what Dan is accused of in general, because some criminal charges have come up against him as well. Like I was saying,
you're gonna have to tell us.
Yeah, you got to elaborate.
I really don't know,
because we were talking about him getting sued.
Oh, yeah,
I think you might be talking about criminal charges.
You're on the whole sheet of paper.
Okay, so let me bring y'all up to speed. Okay. Again, I'm doing like 3 things at once, so forgive me. Well, not doing it.
I got a big one.
But I don't think he's talking about anything new. I think you're talking about what's already on the table, right?
No. Listen, what I'm talking about is this: there's a new accusation, like you just pointed out, right? There's a new accusation against Dan Snyder. He's on a trip. Another trip, right? And on this trip, he's with the fellas, and there's some ladies there, and they tell the ladies to go down to the basement. And then one lady comes up because she says she's tired of being in the basement. And this is alleged, right? Alleged. There's another lady, and I'm just going to say, Los Pantalones and nothing above, right? Giving up massages. Then out scrolls your boy in a bathrobe, and out scrolls someone else in a bathrobe.
Los Pantalones.
Dan loving a situation with some with no camiseta here, but Los Pantalones maybe.
No,
no
pantalones.
Yeah.
No pen. No.
No, I'm talking about for the person who was giving out the Deshaun Watsons. I don't know, man.
Right.
I
mean, and don't get me wrong, man. Like I said, rich people got their own set of problems, man. They got their own set of problems. And they have agreements and stuff like that. Y'all remember that Martin movie? Where he was a thief and he got caught, and him and Danny DeVito kept going back and forth. Mm-hmm. And Danny DeVito's wife said, "Scandal is the one thing that I leave you for." She said, "Scandal is the one thing that I leave you for," right?
Yeah.
Is that the one thing that Tanya leaves Dan for? Because this is not the first time that we kept hearing accusations about things like this happening, right? But his wife is steady standing beside him.
So with Dan and Tanya, you also have to remember there's a lot of stuff that was released to certain people, but was not released to the public. With the, you also have to remember that when the NFL did their investigation, they ran all of their findings through Dan. Dan got a hold of that. I really feel like Tanya knows a lot of stuff. She probably knows more about her husband than we do. And that
I most definitely believe that part right there.
Realize, I've always felt, if you look at them, I've always felt it was a business arrangement. I've always felt that their marriage was a business arrangement. They've been married for a very long time. And I truly believe it is a business arrangement. And I've never seen any affection between the two of them anyway. And I've seen the couple numerous times over the years. I don't think that that's going to cause her to leave. I feel like if he loses this team and she walks away, it's not because of the accusations. It's because just of him in general.
All right, I feel you.
All right. This is interesting.
This is interesting, I said.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. If you when you take it
to a drink.
Who they are, and like you said, rich people have their own set of problems. They also have their own way of operating. So a lot of, you got to think about how much Dan is worth and things like that. You get to a point where you are not just a married couple; you are a corporation. You
Yeah, hey,
you're a business.
speaking of which, I just went past Ant's new address today. Did I tell y'all where Ant live? And I need y'all to Google this. I need y'all to Google
Mm-hmm.
this address, okay?
Mm-hmm.
1400 Humble Place. Is it 1400 Humble Place in Fort Worth? It's got its own private road,
Okay, that's
big old
nice.
front gate. I think it's Humble Place. It might be Humble Street, Humble Place, Humble Avenue. But
That's nice,
1400.
man.
Are you sure you talking about me?
Oh,
And
that
said I'm not
dude,
humble. He
that
said
dude right there.
he said I'm not humble.
Hey, he may be talking about for the NFL. I don't know about the college now.
Yeah, because we
no,
get. Do you? Would you
no,
like to
no,
go there,
no,
sir?
no. That's a real street name. Y'all think I'm
Wait,
joking?
wait, a little sneak peek. Okay, I'm just okay. Okay, hold on. I don't wanna. I don't wanna move too fast. I don't wanna
No,
move
I'm
too
just
fast.
He just said a little
I'm real
sneak
talk. I'm
peek.
real talk. This is a huge. Oh my god.
Ain't no killer, but don't push me now.
No, I don't. But no, it's amazing. Hey, Sade, are you ready to get into these picks, man? Because it's time to get into these picks. We at 46.
Man, for sure, for sure. Hey, we're gonna do a quick review of what happened last week in the college picks. We're gonna
No,
start with the
please
weekly
no.
regular weekly regulars. Probably, oh, you got two pick at the top of 62. And
Oh,
Mo, right behind him
man.
at 5-3. Lady, me and Lady A bringing up the rear at 4 and
Mm,
4. Just dragging our toes behind
mm,
everybody else. Just
mm.
dragging our toes behind everybody. I ain't mean to do it, but I was so busy watching the game last week.
I ain't
I
mean
lost
to
all
do
focus
it.
of what I was supposed to be doing. That's my fault. That's my fault. But let
Oh
me get
my
back in there. Let me get back
goodness.
in there. So the overall lead is I done gave Ann about 4 feet of leg room. Oh my goodness, I
Ooh
can't
wee.
believe it. He got
Oh
4 feet
Lord.
Hey,
of leg
say
room
it
at
feel
this
like a.
point.
Hey, say it feel like a Maybach back here now.
Let's get them in.
Oh my goodness, he said a Maybach, man. That must have you.
Maybach music. Maybach
Right.
music.
Oh.
Hold on,
Hey,
we ain't let the people hear what we said now. Okay, and Mo 58 and 33 said still hanging close at 54 and 37. Lady A has usurped pick again at 51 and 40,
Oh my goodness. Not
and
usurped. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
she usurped him. And listen, and he had a good little old week last week. Still dragging across the bottom at 48
Oh
and
man.
43.
hey, I'm above
Man.
500. I'm above 500. That's
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
above
Most
ground.
importantly,
There
most
you
Hey,
go.
importantly.
Above,
better to be
above.
above ground than under ground, they say.
Yeah,
All right, all
yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir. You best believe. You best
All
believe.
right, all right.
I'm gonna be carried by 6. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be judged by 6 rather than be carried by 6. I'm gonna be judged by 12.
All right, I hear
You know.
you.
All
Hey,
right,
let's
what we doing
get
there?
into let's get into these games, man, because I be messing up cliches and all them stuff. You know.
Yo, you the butcher of
I,
them things.
yeah, I'm the butcher. I'm the butcher all day. I am. I will cut it down. Hey, we got a SEC battle here for what is this? The West? Say it. This the West?
Yes, it's the West.
SEC West right here. So we got LSU and Arkansas. We ain't seen Linda in a minute, but Pig Suey, we know she gonna be thinking and drinking on Saturday.
Oh, she's gonna be drinking a lot.
But Linda been popping in and out here over the
Yeah,
last couple
she
weeks.
was
Oh,
here
yeah.
Real
on
quick.
She's gonna
Tuesday.
be drinking a lot during this game. She's gonna
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna make sure she okay doing this game too. All right.
She's gonna have a case of Fireball.
Dang.
God, dog.
You don't want
Fireball.
she ain't going to church
A
tomorrow,
case.
that's for sure.
Mm.
She ain't doing much of nothing tomorrow, except for sitting down and thinking. All right, so listen, let me make sure this is up to date because I did this last night, and I
Mhm.
know some of them big ballers, shot callers. Okay, so this line is actually moved. We have
Oh.
LSU at 3.5 at minus
Mhm.
112. We're gonna play this at 3.5. Saying okay, so put that next to it. Put that next to this. We're gonna play it at 3.5. There. Money line is minus 177. Arkansas is plus 3.5 at minus 109. Their money line is plus 145. The over
Mm.
under is 62 now, so that's gone down at 109 for the over, 112 for the under. 109 for the over, 112 for the under. Pick goes first, and Pick is riding with LSU again. I think this game will be close. Right? I told y'all LSU money line versus no, I took the points versus Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
I took the points versus Alabama, but this right here, man, LSU. I don't think they have a letdown game. I think they see what's in front of them, and Brian Kelly's got them boys humming. So I'm gonna lay the 3.5. Say it. I'm gonna lay the 3.5. Tell us what y'all think in the comments as well. Lady A, Lady A.
Okay, so if you're thinking about the over under, definitely go with the under on this game. And it's all boils down to the defense and how they'll play against the offense of the other team, obviously. And I just don't feel like it's going to go over 62. I'm going to take LSU money line as well.
LSU money
Yeah.
line. I like
And
it. I like it.
I'm not even going to go into the reason. I just feel like LSU, they going to win. That's all.
LSU gonna do this.
Well,
Right.
right then. That's what I'm talking about. Put it on out there, lady. Put it out there.
Put some flag on it.
Say it. Say it with your chest.
Arkansas laid an egg against Liberty. They laid an egg. They for a
Liberty's
team.
Liberty's in the top 25.
Wait.
They are.
For a team we thought was going to have so much promise this year, with as many people they had coming back, especially at the quarterback position and at the offensive line position, they've had a real letdown this year, for real. They even got one of the wide receivers from Oklahoma, who was rated as the number 1 overall wide receiver during his class. He did not want to come to Georgia because we didn't throw the ball enough. He went to Ohio. I'm not to Ohio State, but to Oklahoma.
Yeah, keep that name out your mouth.
But anyway, Arkansas is struggling. Give me LSU in Arkansas money line.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and actually, I'm gonna say something. The 157 is not bad to lay if you just think that they're just gonna squeak away.
Man, I need to win, player.
It's
I'm not worried about money
177.
line.
It's 177. It's 177.
I
Still
need
not
the
bad.
dub.
Right.
Well, I mean, listen. I think Arkansas is gonna come back fighting really tough. You know, it's not that they laid an egg. Even it's just Liberty is really coming on. I didn't know that Liberty was this good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we know that Arkansas has been a very up and down team all year. I mean, I think 1 or 2 of those games they were without their quarterback as well. But you know, it's kind of hard to fully believe in Brian, man. But I do think that they'll be able to pull out the W at Arkansas. So let me get LSU on the money line. Let's keep this thing going.
LSU on the money line. So we're all together. Okay.
Yep.
That means that Arkansas is definitely going to win.
You know what? I'm telling you,
Don't
the
do
guy's
that.
name is before I forget, Hazelwood. That's his name.
The receiver.
The receiver. He was the number 1 overall recruit out of Georgia. He said Georgia didn't throw the ball enough. He went to Oklahoma, and then he got hurt in a red shirt, and then the head coach rolled out on him. So then he changed schools. His name is Hazelwood.
Gotcha.
Hazelwood.
Listen, first off, y'all got to also realize that Liberty is way better than people thought.
Yeah.
Liberty's about that action, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you think, was Malik Willis holding them back last year? Yeah,
And honestly, I know firsthand that Liberty's athletic department, it has been they're some hard workers. Their athletics department is not playing. So
who is this? Who is this? The Chimney Smokers? Who is this?
That's Abe Lincoln
Yep.
against the Herd.
Okay. All right. That's right.
How do you not know the picks? They've been in the chat since yesterday.
No,
Since that Abe Lincoln.
I'm talking about the logo. I ain't talking about that.
I had to look. I was
Hey,
Is that
honestly, I
Marshall?
don't think we've had that on here.
We haven't.
no,
Yeah, we haven't done.
this is our
Appalachian
first
State.
time putting.
This is a
App State and
This is a
Marshall.
2-pick, ain't it?
No, this is not.
Oh, okay.
Would the person that picked this game please raise their hand? Did I pick this game?
Yes.
Oh, it is a 2-pick game.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I did pick this game. Okay.
Like we don't know you.
Now y'all about to know why I picked this game. So y'all realize that App State and Marshall are coming in here
This, this is going to be a game that a lot of people watch. Look at the
Mm-hmm.
look at the line. Look at the line. Both
Mm-hmm.
of these teams right here, they battling. They are tied in their division, or they
Right.
same conference record, right? App State's traveling to Marshall, and here's the line. App State is -1 at -109. This is actual right now. -109, -115. The Marshall is +1 at home, +1 at home, -112, -106 on their money line. The over under is set at 47 and a half now. 47 and a half, 110 both ways. So another half a point, okay? This is App State and Marshall, the Thunder and Herd, right? Man, picks first, and Bruce, I'm just going. I would say I was following you, but I was leaning that way anyway, right? I do believe this is going to be one of those barn burners that comes down to the end, right? And something's telling me go money line with Marshall. It's telling me go money line with Marshall, right? That little voice, and I like the over too, Bruce. So say it.
Mm-hmm.
Put me down for the over. That's how I'm gonna play it. Just the over.
Nah, nah,
That is not.
Nah.
It,
sir.
it sounded good.
we ain't start that till.
I was like,
Hey, we ain't doing that
That's
till next year.
Yeah, that's next year. That's
This
next
year,
This
we
year right
we
here.
picking winners and
we picking
losers.
the winner.
Hey, put me down. Put me down for Marshall. Money line. It's the same as the +1.
Yeah, kind of.
No, not kind of. It is.
No, kind of. I'm going Marshall with the
Bro, you have to
spread.
move.
Marshall. Hold on. Wait.
If-
Hold on.
If Marshall
Let me
wins
finish.
by
Let me
one,
finish. Let me finish. Okay. Just in case they tie.
But Marshall could lose by one and they still cover the spread.
There you go. Marshall with the spread.
So what does he see? He said he'll try to trick you.
Oh,
Yeah,
if
he
Mar-
ain't tricking me.
if the
He ain't
score
tricking me
is-
for this one.
it don't matter because literally
You're
it
right.
really
It's a
don't matter.
pick'em game. It's a pick'em game.
Pick'em game.
However, you have to put it out there like this.
If they
what
lose
if
by
they
a
say-
field goal, you still if they lose
In
by a
the, in
field
the
goal,
past, however many
it's a
years
loss.
in the NFL, I have seen ties that have messed up people's records and things like that. I'm
It's a
going with the
push.
spread.
Okay.
And if Marshall loses by 1 point, I'm still winning.
Woo!
That's how you
Okay.
win.
That's how you
Okay.
win. I got
I
you.
said, what you got?
We got a +10 coming in a minute. I'm gonna see what you're gonna do.
You know what? App State came out with a beatdown earlier in the year. Who they beat down? Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
They went to Texas A&M and beat the SEC team at home. Early in the year, they dominated. But at the same time, Marshall, I'm sorry, I clicked off of it. Marshall beat a big time program as well.
Yep.
Who did they beat? Notre Dame. The same Notre Dame squad who just went in and laid a beat down on Clemson. So with that being said,
He left. He said, "I'm out of here."
give me Marshall money line.
Marshall.
I
Money
know
line.
it's going to disappear.
Money line.
Who did they beat? Notre Dame. I'm out of here. No,
That's the only one I can put on the schedule that makes sense, player.
right, that's the thing. Anybody catch that Pick said he was gonna let us know why he picked this game? I'm still confused why he picked this game. He didn't
I
say
didn't. I
much.
told y'all.
Yeah, everybody
I told
going to
y'all.
watch.
He didn't
told you. I
say.
said,
He
man,
didn't
both of these
say
teams-
much.
Both of these teams, they're both 5-4. They're scratching and surviving in their league. And you know, these are two programs right here that people watch, man. App State make people money all the time.
The most
Marshall as
impressive
well.
thing. The most impressive thing about this is you found a way to make us listen to you talk about two terrible teams scratching to survive at 5-4. That's
Whoa,
impressive,
whoa.
sir.
No, these teams don't run from big teams. Neither one of them. They don't dodge. We're gonna give you $10 million to come in here and play us. Okay, we're gonna take your $10 million and we're gonna kick your butt.
Man,
That's what they do.
they got 1.2 from A&M.
Mm-hmm.
And hey,
I'm in the wrong business.
They beat their tails and hit their pockets.
1.2.
That's what we call a
before
jacket.
before I make my pick, let me just say, somebody got to remind Pick that this ain't the Appalachian State that beat Michigan, and this ain't the herd. Hey, this ain't the Marshall that rallied after the plane crash. Okay, this is two totally different things. With that being said, I'm going to stick with the Appalachian State team on the money line because heck, I don't know. Who knows who's going to win or lose in this game, really?
Where's the Celine Dion?
Oh man, we forgot all about that. Golly.
Well, in the meantime,
golly.
Where's my theme music? Shout out to Dion. Where's my theme music?
Get paid. Boom, boom.
And honestly, Bruce had a good point. Marshall's at home, y'all.
Marshall is at home. Marshall is at home. But you know who else is at home?
Marshall, Texas.
Who? Clemson.
Oh boy.
These
boy.
Here.
Oh,
well, Lady A, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here, Lady A. We got a +7 up on the board. Let's see what you do.
She's salty. Lady A salty.
I don't want to go with Clemson ever again.
She's salty. You should have known better than to bet against us.
I felt that one too, Lady A. I felt that one too.
Yeah.
Hey, we got DJ Ugalangwege.
Yeah.
Wow. See, you
It's
managed to mess it up worse each week.
Ula la lenge. Go like a go.
Ula la langwa.
DJ Alungale.
Ooh la la.
It's
DJ
Alungale.
Okay.
I'm telling you what it is. It's Alungale.
And he never will say it.
Alungale.
Right.
I'm gonna say it right one more time. Alungale. That's it for the rest of the year.
Hey, I had to sit here and play with it for a minute, player. It took me a minute.
Pause.
Whoa.
You have to do what?
Whoa.
You have to do what?
I don't understand it.
You sit there and play with it now. Hold on.
Hey, you cannot be announcing stuff like that, or people will press charges. Say,
yeah, Los Pantalones.
Los Pantalones. I can't stand up for nothing right now. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I can't stand.
Tengo del gato Los Pantalones.
I thought gato was cat. Wait a minute.
Cat.
Wait a minute. Gato was a cat. Wait a minute. I didn't know that.
Now that was an ode to Blue Streak. Remember at the end?
That is a Blue
Tango del Gato, Los Pantalones, El Pantalones.
But to what Sid is saying, that's not the time.
All right. Listen, let's get this game on. Let's get this game on right fast, okay?
All right. Let's get it.
We got Louisville traveling to Clemson to take on the Tigers, who just come off of a loss to said what team did they lose to, Ant? Notre Dame. Notre Dame. The question is, are the Tigers going to put their tails between their legs, or are they going to fight? My bet is they're going to fight until the first quarter is over, when they realize that they got some problems on the other side of the ball with that quarterback coming after them. But does Louisville have the wide receivers to deal with what the Tigers have? That's the real question about this game. So here's the line. You got the Louisville Cardinals at +7 at -110. Their money line is +225. Clemson is -7 at -110. And their money line is -286. -286, Lady A. Over under set at 52. 108 for the over, 113 for the under. Pick goes first. The Tigers bounce back. Money line, please say it.
All right.
So
they're gonna play all four quarterbacks.
Yep. DJ Alungale ain't gonna last long.
Wow.
Pause.
You got no stamina.
If you're gonna do the over under on this game, I would go with the over.
He's short. He's throwing the ball short.
I don't want to have a conversation about this game. However, since we're here, Clemson is still unbeaten in the ACC. Okay.
True.
So I'm going to go with Clemson money line. I don't think that Louisville will be able to compete.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
and
pull it
beat
out.
them.
I was waiting for you to say pull it out.
I said compete. I changed my verbiage.
You know what, Pick? I'm surprised at you. I really am. You was tooting Louisville's horn for most of the year. I mean, they got a quarterback gonna do X, Y. I mean, you was blowing them up over there.
Louisville, ain't it?
But anyway,
yeah, hey, when they wide receivers can't catch a cold, when they wide receivers can't catch a cold, running down the streets of Alaska butt naked.
Oh boy!
And you come back
To
and
be
you
clear,
healthy.
They're not butt
Bye bye.
He said you were really stroking Louisville, and all of a sudden,
Man,
now you're going in the opposite.
man,
First off,
That's what you said. Is that what you said?
that what it sound like.
Yeah.
You know what? To tell you the truth, this is an intriguing game. It actually really is, because Clemson was really exposed last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they were.
Against Notre Dame showed the weaknesses of Clemson on national TV.
Yep.
And put the brakes on them. You know, so it's actually, I'm surprised it's 7. Is what I'm really trying to say. But like Pick said, Louisville wide receivers, can't catch. So that would make me lean. That's the only reason made me lean toward Clemson.
In Antarctica.
Man,
my bad. I'm sorry.
No, you are. I'm just. I really want Louisville to go in here and do some things, But I think Clemson's going to be ready to rotate quarterback. So go ahead and give me Clemson money line. Oh Lord, he just stole the pick.
Yeah, he did. He floated that pick right to him.
Yep.
He floated
PJ?
that to him.
No.
That's Nicole doing that.
Mariota.
So just to update y'all, Panthers somehow are beating the freaking Falcons 10-0 in the second quarter. I know you, but see, I didn't know who threw the pick because I ain't watching the game. I'm just looking at ESPN.
It's Nicole doing it. Nicole and Sam.
Oh man, y'all, lady, you need to get y'all people together.
Who the
y'all?
Heck is
it ain't my people.
I don't know. You might have missed that. I told lady, hey, that sound like her middle name. That old Hurricane Nicole coming
Carolina.
But why would we though? That's the thing. Why would we? Game ain't over with though.
Carolina has not given
anyway. All right.
Oh wait a minute. We all picked Carolina. Never mind.
Huh?
I mean Atlanta. We all picked Atlanta.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, none of us
picked
together.
Hey, I told y'all, man.
Anyway,
for some unknown reason, when we pick these games, y'all go the other way when all of us agree.
All right. So just to skip through this, I got Clemson on the money line as well. Move on to the next game.
Hey, so that means Louisville will definitely win, and which I'm actually glad about. If Louisville wins, that puts the nail in the coffin of the Clemson Tigers.
It will.
Man,
you can't lose to Louisville.
Real question for y'all, real fast: are people hating on Clemson like people hated on the Patriots?
Yes.
No.
Not as bad, but yes, they are. People are hating.
No, they're just not as good as they were. It's that simple. Those wide receivers are in the wide receivers are in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. And then DJ is not helping. He's not helping the calls because he's missing the ones that are open. The defense has holes in it.
The defense got a lot of holes.
Brees, who's supposed to be the best thing on a defensive line, has been hurt off and on. He hasn't played a full year.
And he's by himself. Because remember, they used to produce multiple defensive tackles and defensive ends. They was cranking them out.
Right.
They was cranking them out.
But remember now, the defensive coordinator is no longer there. So the guy who was helping to recruit them is in Oklahoma.
He's in Oklahoma.
So do you guys think that the game that they lost, do you think that it was Clemson being bad or Notre Dame just had a good game?
No, Notre Dame is coming on.
Notre Dame figured out exactly what was wrong with Clemson, and they stayed to the plan, and they did it the whole game. That game wasn't close. It was not close.
Indeed. I believe I'm in total agreement with that right there. Yep. Notre Dame is coming on, and I I gotta ride with that. Notre Dame is.
Then they took the D. Then they gave him the D long and strong.
You know what? Yeah, I'm glad he cut his camera off
Put
because
yourself in the corner for that one.
right, he got a corner right there. I kept telling him, and then it sounded like he fell out. Everything good over there?
No, Ant done fell out. He done fell out of his chair and everything. All right, let's get this on. Let's get this.
Oh my God!
All right, say it. Listen, say it. You and Kendrick, Lady A, Ant, all of y'all told me last week that Nick Saban only lose one game a year.
I ain't never said that.
I didn't say that either.
I ain't never said that.
I was by myself last week.
Yes,
It was.
I was.
you
Right? But he lost 2.
were.
And the question is, did he lay into his team and tell them to get better or
All of
demand
them?
the best out
At
of
the
them?
same time?
All the whole team. Did he lay into him or did he whoa? did he
Yeah, I'm glad they cut his camera off. He about to be in timeout too.
to the corner? Or did he hug his team? Did he
Hug his what?
Yeah, did he do what coaches do when they have a bad week, a bad day? Did he give them that what they need is us against the world? Did he bring them close? That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what? What I think he has done is they're gonna be more prepared for the spread option than they have the last. Those 2 games they lost about teams with wide receivers, they'll spread them out. They're gonna be much better this game.
I don't know if the transfer portal was open this week to improve that secondary. But like Louisville has no wide receivers, Ole Miss is coming to town with wide receivers that can catch the ball, that will run past you, that will chuck you to deuces while they're going to knock their head on the goalpost. Now, if Alabama fixed that secondary, which is coached by Nick Saban, who has them ready to go into the league,
Hit their head on the post, boy. Golly.
hitting their head on the goalpost. Right?
Wow.
Let's look at this line. Say it is on one tonight. Say it is on one. We got.
Take a break.
What did I do?
Take a break.
We got Alabama. We got Alabama
I ain't go
minus 11 and a half at minus 112. Minus 11 and a half said. Their money line is
11 and a half. Gotcha. 11 and a half.
Their money line is minus 435. 435 on the money line. Ole Miss is plus 11 and a half at minus 109. Their money line is plus 330. Plus 330 for their money line. The over under 64 and a half. Minus 112 for the over. Minus 109 for the under. 64 and a half here. Listen,
some points.
They are expecting some points. And I do like the over. I'm going to tell you right now, me personally, I'm playing this as an over game. I'm not even worried about the winner. But on this show right here, on First String Podcast, presented by Bet Rivers,
right?
Give me the 11 and a half, please. Thank you very much.
Ole Miss 11 and a half. Gotcha.
Okay, so I agree with you on the over as well. And I also agree with you on Ole Miss with the spread. I do not feel that if Ole Miss loses, that it will be by that much. I was actually kind of surprised at this line.
That is not Bama by 30.
Well, no. I mean, when Bama is 7-2 this season, when do you say, okay, maybe they're not as amazing as we thought they were going to be before?
When they played Texas.
This is pretty disrespectful to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is 8-1. They're 4-1 in their division. Like, I mean, come on now. And I think this is disrespectful to Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss, yes, they can lose, but I don't think they're going to be losing by that much. That's extreme. So I'm going to take Ole Miss with the spread.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss with the spread. Go ahead, say it. What you got?
What you say?
She said Ole Miss with the spread. Lady A did. They're playing in Ole Miss. Okay. It may be a little disrespectful, but if past history repeats itself, they beat them by 21 last year. Alabama beat Ole Miss 42-21 last year, so they put 21 points up on them, and they did their thing. This is the same quarterback from last year for Ole Miss. Oh no, you know what? Take it back. That is not the same quarterback. That was Matt Corral was there last year.
That was Matt Corral.
Matt Corral. So you know what? It is a slightly the wide receivers are the same, but you know what? I'm still going Bama. And I'm gonna lay that 11.5.
Oh,
Ooh, I love it. I feel something happening here. I feel
Go
something
ahead.
happening.
Hey, go ahead then, boy.
right. Go ahead, player.
Go ahead then.
Lay that 11.5.
He called Kirby and said, "Hey Kirby, I need a little defensive advice."
Hey, 11.5 though, player. That's what you laying.
Yeah,
You know
hey.
what? See,
21
Pittsburgh,
last year,
you
dog.
know
You
what?
say it was all that soy growing up.
Hey, go ahead, man. Y'all got Lady A on this thing now.
Right, terrible.
I didn't do nothing, Lady A. I made my pick.
The corner.
Bama 11.5. Bama 11.5. It was not me, baby girl. That's you.
All right. I have to say, I agree with said. I got Bama, and I think they will win this game going away. Ole Miss, who's their coach?
Lane Kiffin.
Enough
That's
said.
right.
Alabama on the spread.
Hey, you know Lane Kiffin has never beaten Saban, right?
Let's keep the party going.
Until this Saturday.
Let's keep the party going.
All right. Would the person responsible for this game raise their hand?
Pick, go on. Don't waste our time. We don't even know what them teams is. Oh. I thought that was the old Maverick logo.
And you do not pay attention to the group chat, do you? You put
No,
what you put in there and you out.
No, I do. I'm just talking noise. I do.
I don't care what y'all saying.
I put my games in. Screw you guys.
I mean, real talk. UCF is ranked in the top 25.
They are.
We did have that conversation.
Yep.
Tulane is as well. So
Yep.
you can't be mad at it.
You cannot be mad.
Well,
at
thank
this
you,
game.
Lady A, for at least picking teams that are ranked in the top 25.
First off, just because they're not
boy.
ranked doesn't mean it's not going to be a great game. I can't wait for you to say at the end of the night, Pick, you was right. That was a great game.
You know, I've never said that.
You have. Games you
No, I
never-
haven't.
Actually, he's right. You have.
You have. You
What
said
game?
games I told you not that we wasn't picking. And you said
Actually-
that was a great game, Pick.
I feel like it was
No, I was saying it about my games, not
That's what I
yours.
said. That's what I said. I picked
I'm
the
saying
game.
games that I didn't pick that you told me to pick something else. They end up being great games, not your
Right.
picks.
But I'm telling you that I'm using your logic. This game matters.
Okay, I get you. Now, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're
All
saying.
right. Now, Tulane, not Lady A. Does anyone know Tulane's record?
Tulane is
Green Wave?
7-2.
8-1.
I was close.
Ooh.
Okay,
8-1.
well, so what is UCF's record?
7-2.
7-2. 7-2.
7-2.
So
you
we
can't
got a
be wrong
battle
with this
in
game.
New Orleans.
I wish I was there.
Man, right now the fish bowls would be flowing.
That's what I was finna say, man. The food gotta be cracking. You see,
Man,
Florida
you
versus
talking
New
about crack
Orleans.
and
Yeah.
Man,
I
Man,
wish
it's,
I was
then
there.
you know what? I
you know
wonder
what?
if they're gonna play this game
Y'all want
early.
to drive? I mean, because tomorrow is Veterans
I
Day.
wonder if they're gonna play this game early because of the hurricane.
What you saying now? What you trying to do now? What you
Well,
trying to
the
do?
hurricane, even though it was in the Gulf, it was Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida. This game is in New
It's going
Orleans.
across Florida, right? Okay. I'm
This
just
game-
making sure.
I'm just
I
saying.
didn't
Now,
get a
if
chance
it was
to see the
University
news
Central
to see what
Florida-
direction it was going.
we can
New
hop
Orleans
ahead.
New Orleans is
can
what,
hop-
10 hours?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's far away from that.
We
Now,
can
if they were at
compensate.
UCF, then it would have been a problem.
Right, but we can hop and say it's.
We talking about for the food.
We can hop and say it's vehicle and get on to New Orleans real quick.
Which one?
Man, my car
Exactly.
is in New Orleans.
Hey, we could drive straight through. We could switch shifts and everything. Yang, yang, yang.
Man.
We hopping that BM. Hey, we hopping that BM. It might. Hey,
No,
you know
the
he like the.
Mercedes.
Hey,
my-
pushing the buzz cost you about $300. Get down there, $300 back.
Yeah, we ain't pushing the bus now.
Not at 13 miles a gallon.
No, sir. He said 300.
We
We
gonna
might
go
well
in the
take.
E-class.
We might well take a jet.
Because it's gonna cost you about $80 to fill it up.
We're gonna go into E-class. This
Easy.
is going to E-class. This is just
I ain't saying that because my vehicle costs more than 80 to fill up.
I'm just saying, I'm talking about right now, easy. That's mid grade.
Oh, I gotta take premium. So
Yeah,
y'all go
yeah.
ahead.
Listen,
Y'all
I'm
had
gonna,
fun with that.
I'm gonna let you on a little trick that your boy been using here. Premium, mid grade. Premium.
That's not a trick because as somebody who worked who dropped gas for a living, once you put a drop of premium inside mid grade, it becomes mid grade.
Okay, there you go.
Well, there you go. There you go. Listen,
I'm for real.
hey,
No, I'm
My
laughing
gas-
because he's like, well, all
My
right.
Hey,
gas
there you
is
go.
higher than y'all's, I believe.
yeah, y'all gas
Oh, yeah.
prices are. Yeah, we down south. We pay.
You ain't going as
yeah.
far though.
Oh yeah.
You ain't going as far though, lady.
No, I'm done traveling. You know, I was driving up and down this coast, going down to UCF. Okay, going down there by them. I'm done traveling.
It's amazing why this game has been picked, right?
Okay, yeah. All right, who
Now,
we got?
She just
Let's
told
get
on
it.
herself,
Let's get
didn't she?
I did.
Listen,
I did this
in the
before
race.
though. I
Listen.
picked UCF before.
and how'd that turn out?
It was well. I
All right,
I
well,
think
I'm
I was
picking after
solo.
Lady A on this one. I'm picking after.
I think
Lady
I
A
was
on this one.
solo for UCF before.
All right, so we got UCF is minus. I'm sorry, UCF is plus 1.5 at minus 110. Their money line is still plus 100. The over under has no, it's still the same. Okay, a Tulane is minus at minus 110. Their money line is minus 121. The over under is 54.5 at 110 both ways. Everything is still the same. This game opened at 1.5. And it's still it opened at 2 and it's down to 1.5.
Okay.
All right. So pick goes first and say it. Okay, Bruce. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. There's my pick. Say it.
You see your money line. Gotcha.
You know.
He know.
Yeah. Lady A.
All right, so the reason why I picked this game is because despite the money line, despite the line in general, UCF is first in the AAC. Tulane is 10th right now.
You mean the ACC
AAC.
The AAC.
or
AAC.
was it AAC?
The Atlantic.
sure is.
Athletic.
Atlanta sure is.
Yep.
Tulane 10th in their division, AAC. So I'm going with UCF, but I'm gonna take them on the spread.
Plus the
Even
1.5.
though it's 1 point-
Ooh.
yeah, plus the 1.5.
Plus the 1.5. Look at you. Big decision.
Two picks says you might as well pick the money line because it's the same
No,
thing.
not that time. No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Well, you know what?
No, it's not.
I just realized that the quarterback for UCF is Jason Plumlee. The same Jason Plumlee that was at Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Now,
actually
I will say they don't
who
know
actually
if
started as a
he's
freshman. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
They don't know if he's playing.
I was about to ask, was he playing? Because I'm looking at some
He
stats
didn't
right
play
now.
last week.
Last two
but-
games.
Yeah. So we don't know if he's going to play this week. So they haven't said yet.
That affects my pick because if Jason Plumlee not playing,
That affects
I know,
a lot of our picks.
I know his game.
Yeah,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
know his game because I
Yeah.
watched his game firsthand. You know,
Mhm.
and I
But
watched
they
him play.
haven't ruled him out, though. They have not ruled him out. And I feel like because he missed other games, he's probably going to play.
I can't do it. Tulane.
Hold on. Wait. Lady A.
Uh-huh.
Who was ranked what and what?
The UCF ranked first, AAC.
No,
Jim Ryan's
that's the other way. Because Tulane is undefeated in conference. Their
Right.
one loss is out of conference, and UCF Knights have one loss in conference.
Let me see. They're not ranked 10th.
They're ranked 22 overall. But as far as the conference is, it's Tulane, UCF, Cincy, SMU, East Carolina. But
Let's
yeah,
see.
because that I was like, hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, what? Hold on. Well, let me go back to what I was looking at.
Are you looking at points
I
per
can't.
game?
I can't tell you
Because
where
in points per game, that's where they're down at. But they don't give up. They don't give up as many points as everybody else. They give up fewer points than everybody else. In the conference, they only give it up 105. 105 points in conference,
Hold on. Let me see. I can't
which
tell
leads
you.
the
I can't
conference
tell
in
you on
defense.
air who I'm looking at right now.
Oh, okay, no worries.
No, it's not. It's not. Not that bad.
But,
Oh,
hey,
I did say Tulane money line. It's on you, Ant. While we wait on the information.
Old and bumpy, smooth and grumpy, Jason Plumley, Tulane, by 3 points at least. But give me them on the money line.
You want Tulane on the money line?
Tulane on the money line. I like it.
Yeah, go ahead, y'all.
I like it.
I'm
Hey,
okay being with UCF.
go ahead. Turn that lady loose. You not no, she's not by herself. I'm actually with you.
It's 2-on-2.
Yeah,
Yep.
I took the
It's
took
2-on-2.
That's how we doing it?
Whoa, yeah, say it. I don't know what you talking about.
Two teams
Oh, I
on
can
two
put this
teams.
in the chat.
What you got on?
Clean that up.
I
real
like
quick.
the clean up. I like the
There
clean
you
up.
go. There you
Clean
go.
that up real
Terrible.
quick, lad.
Because
Hey.
if we do it
Alright,
like
we
that,
got
I got.
Hey,
Never mind.
who picked this game? Raise your hand.
That'd be me.
There you
not
go.
me.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about this game right here. This is supposed to be a rivalry game,
Mm-mm.
but one side of the rivalry is not showing up. And would you say that the Redskins and Cowboys are rivals?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. See, kinda. You gotta actually beat the other team for it to be a rivalry game, right?
Consistently,
Washington does not show up to this rivalry, right? They gotta play a little bit better. But if anybody has a chance to stun Oregon or knock Oregon off, it ain't Washington this week. That's my point. Here's the line. You got Washington at 13.5 at minus 110. Their money line is plus 390.
Mm.
Oregon is minus 13 at minus 110.
Is it 13
Their
or 13
money
and a half, player?
13 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half, 13 and a half on both of them, 13 and a half on both of them. Their Oregon's money line is minus 590, and the over under is 72 and a half. Minus 112 for the over, minus 109 for the under. Let me have some of this apple juice, please. Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right. Pick goes first. I think the last time that we had this team, I didn't go with the duck. Did I?
And that was your bad.
Sure did not.
Ooh, wee.
I think there was this me and Lady A went with them ducks that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that duck was angry.
Man.
I think he was angry at me.
Look, he look angry. Look at him.
Man, that duck is peed off. And last time I saw a duck that was peed off, I stayed away from it. But not this time.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna lay all 13 and a half.
Ooh.
Hey, what's your boy's name? What's your boy's name? Hey, did you know last week they were scoring fun touchdowns? The tackle scored, the quarterback caught one, the quarterback ran one, he threw one. They had a big old lineman coming. They was playing. What you think they finna do to a supposed to be rival? Yeah, I'm laying all 13 and a half of those, Lady A.
I mean, I don't go against Donald Duck. I said that the first time we had them.
If Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck had a fight, who's winning?
Donald.
Okay.
Donald is out of control. We know this. And I feel like he borderline bipolar too. On top of that, man, he got anger issues. Donald Duck is going to show up and show out. I got Donald Duck on the money line.
Donald
All
Duck on the
right.
money line. I like it. I like
Donald
it.
Duck on the money line. Ain't no need to stop that bus. Go ahead and put me down for Oregon as well.
Oh my
Don't
God.
ain't no need to stop the bus. Matter of fact, give me you know what? I'm gonna lay that 13.5 as well.
All right.
I believe defense travels everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But they at home.
Yeah, they ain't got that.
Hey, it's traveling from the locker room to the field. How about that?
How about that? Hey, the quack attack is back.
Man.
Well, to quote the great Prophet Martin, if I tell you a duck and pull a truck, I ain't gonna finish it.
What happened?
Yeah. I ain't gonna finish it. But yeah. Listen, man. I'm glad y'all is held by y'all convictions. Oregon minus 13. They laying the 13 inches. I mean, that's not what I meant to say for real. That is not what I meant to say for real. That is
You know
minus 13. Laying the 13 points.
13 and a half.
But
Actually.
Ooh,
13 and
Lord.
a half. That's even worse. But I'm getting Oregon on the money line. Let's go get up out of here. Let's move on.
You said
Yeah,
Oregon money
'cause
line. Got
you messing that all up.
you. Oregon money line. Got you.
Don't
Next one up.
don't slice that half.
Jump through that hoop. Jump through that hoop.
I
now.
need
That
that
half,
half.
that half could create a
Don't
situation.
dive in there. Jump through the hoop. Don't dive in there.
Hey,
I was
Don't
like,
dive in there. Jump through the hoop. Don't dive in there.
That half could create an issue, huh?
this is not what we talking about.
You're a big somebody.
Right.
say it. Y'all got defensive players tackling other defensive players and letting Panthers score now?
Out there cuddling.
Man,
Made them cuddle, huh?
Yeah, made them cuddle.
this is
Coach
horrible.
30. Coach 30.
Coach
Uh-oh.
30, look at he
Coach
made y'all
30 need
cuddle.
to have that conversation.
Oh, it's coming. You know it's coming.
He made
Y'all
y'all cuddle.
done let Nicole come in and get you off your game.
Yeah, and Nicole been known to get people off their game.
No, they playing outside.
See?
We're a dome team. We're not used to playing outside.
That facts.
I'm just telling the truth.
Listen,
Nicole
we got
bring the rain.
Carolina. We got Carolina and
There was
the
some
Wake
slickers on.
Forest Deacon Demons. Now, if it's one thing I know about a Deacon is he can mess you up every now and again, right? And these Deacons, they got a little bit of fight left in them. How much fight? I'm not sure how much fight they have left, because Wake Forest. This ain't your dad's Wake Forest. This is your cousin's Wake Forest. They a new breed, right? Like why?
You say this your auntie Wake Forest.
Yeah, this is they Wake Forest, right? This is a new Wake Forest. This is a Wake Forest that we don't recognize, right?
Roger that.
Whew. Listen, I'm gonna give you these lines real fast. You got North Carolina +4 at -109. +4 at -109. Their money line is +143. Wake Forest is -4 at minus. Wake Forest is -4 at -112. Their money line is -77, 177. The over/under set at 77, -113 for the over, -108 for the under.
They scoring like that?
And
Yeah.
what is Carolina's record?
North Carolina?
8-1.
UNC.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. 8-1.
8-1, right?
Okay.
Is Wake Forest's record?
No clue. I gave up on them.
6-3. Why are they favored? What is Vegas telling us about North Carolina? The
Right.
team that Clemson's going to play in the championship game, right? The only undefeated team that has a chance to knock off Clemson, because everybody else on that side of the ball is horrible, right? They beat Syracuse, all that. But what are they saying about North Carolina? I'm gonna tell you what they're saying about North Carolina. Their point differential is not matching up with the amount of points that they are scoring in the conference, and just in conference points against the 121 giving up 179 points for 179. Their point differential is not looking like a champion. They don't have a championship defense going on over there, even though they're giving up the fewest on the coastal side.
Yeah.
Listen, for me, what Wake Forest is doing, they holding people down. They're not giving up that many points. I like the under. 77 is way too much right here. This is going to be a slugfest. But I do like to make money as well. I'm going to lay the 4. I'm going to say North Carolina gets out of this game, but I'm going to lay the 4 with Wake Forest, and they beat them by a field goal. They beat Wake by a field goal.
Okay. Well, what I've seen is that Wake Forest apparently is on fire right now. They've won 3 straight at home. You know,
No, they lost 2 in a row.
At home. The 4 of the last 5 meetings
Right.
in Winston-Salem.
You're
I said
right.
at home. So they're at home. That's the only reason why I brought that up. So I feel like that's the reason for this line. However, I'm not really buying Wake Forest, winning this game, at least at the capacity that they're talking about. I'll go ahead and go UNC with the spread.
All right, UNC plus the 4.
Like Lady A, I agree. One thing about UNC, oh boy, he put on the carpet. Get the ball. Oh, my bad. One thing. Oh boy, that's a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about UNC is that they can score points. Prior to pick getting on, we were talking about one team that has been really sneaky and under the radar. 8-1 North Carolina.
Right.
So with that being said, go ahead, like Lady A, give me North Carolina and that plus 4.
North Carolina plus the 4. And
Give me North Carolina on the money line. Straight up and down.
I actually like it.
Straight up and down like a pencil. Let me go and get it.
I like it, Ant. That's right.
Goes out the pick. That goes out the pick.
Oh, really? I didn't know you pick Wake Forest?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay.
And laid the 4 too.
I was so confused. I was so confused with.
I laid the, but you know what? I absolutely said that wrong. I meant to say that they beat them by more than a field goal. I said I said North Carolina wins by a field goal, but I meant Wake wins by more than a field goal.
Okay. So you laying the 4, you going money line?
I'm laying the 4.
I just want to make sure. I want clarity.
You say he
prior to me going to the next game.
other stuff.
Yeah, you see how you getting smart? You see how you getting smart with you?
No, I just missed. Yeah. All right, last game.
Ooh, raise your hand if you pick this game.
Raise your hand.
I know that's right there. Yeah.
Wee.
That one.
Hey,
there.
you don't know which way to go right now, do you? You like
whoa, which way? I said a couple weeks ago how I thought this was gonna go at. Truthfully,
Sure did.
I already spoke.
You said it. You did. You called it out a couple of weeks ago. I remember that.
You sure did.
I remember that. As the leader of the TCU bus.
Oh please. Oh please. Hey, hold on 1 second, Pick. All right, go ahead. Continue. No, I'm listening. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not doing this with him, man.
I told you guys when to get on the bus and when to run beside it.
You said get off. You told us when to get off.
Said,
it was at West Virginia. It was when it stopped at West Virginia.
It was. And I said, just get off. But
and see, look, you see, let me tell you his terminology.
Stay close to it.
To run beside a bus, what you got to do? Get off of it.
That's right. You do. As the leader of the TCU bus, this guy right here, their quarterback, man, Duggan. I don't know what to say, man. If there was a surprise player of the year award, it would have to be this quarterback right here, man, because he's doing big things. He's run the gauntlet with TCU. He has played big for them. But then on the other side, you have the freshman for Texas, the mullet. We've been talking about him
Mm,
for a
I
couple
like
of
them.
weeks. That is the worst haircut ever
It
that
is.
this guy has, and his
He's
parents.
he's balling out though.
Yeah, hey, that he is, but he's a teenager or 20 now, something like that, right? 18, 19, 20. When you
He knows
turn when you
age.
turn 25, you need to fix it, bro. All right, but one of the best running backs in the game will be featured in this game for Texas, Benson, right? That guy will be there. TCU's what's his name? Q Johnson, game time decision. Their big wide receiver number 1, game time decision for them. So make sure when you play this game, you play this game late because you need that injury information, which college they don't have to give you, but
Yeah.
you gotta get that information because that guy can roll. He can pick him up and put him down like the Flash, right? That I mean, the question is, can Texas stop the dual threat quarterback for TCU? And then the question is for TCU, is their defense going to make a stop versus Texas? Will they come down and say,
What they say? What now?
that's
say
the
what?
question, is TCU
Oh,
going to stop
he said
their
that's
running
the
game?
Wait a minute,
Okay.
he disappeared.
Mhm.
I got to shut everybody down off the internet in my house.
I
Shut
understand.
him down. Shut him down.
All right, so
I'm about to shut them all down.
I was pretty confused on this line, for obvious reasons. And then as I went further into it, I'm still confused. TCU has won 4 of his last 5 trips to Austin. I just don't understand. When you look at the score, I mean thank you. When you look at the when you look at who they've played, you look at their records, I just don't understand. I'm taking TCU with the spread just in case I missed something. Just in case I missed something. Because I don't see why they would not be the favorite in this game.
I'm actually
Hold on, pick it. Pick you. What you pick?
I didn't pick that because I had to shut things down real fast.
Oh, I thought he did. I'm
No,
sorry.
I didn't.
No,
Thank you for jumping in there. I didn't even read the whole line out yet. The line
Oh.
is TCU +7, -106. The money line for TCU is +215. Texas is -7 at -115. -275 is their money line. The over under is set at 65. 108 for the over, 113 for the under, 113 for the under. Listen, I do love making money. I do love it. And that 220, oh, I'm sorry, it's 215 now. It's 215. It's
Mhm.
jumping out there. Please take it. Please take it. Which means Vegas knows something. But I'm not sure. I think TCU has it, and it could be because I'm in Fort Worth that I'm feeling these kind of ways. Game day will be here this weekend. And
Yeah.
go out there, wave your flag. Right?
I'll be off. I'm off this weekend, baby.
Yeah, game days here. Give me the Horned Frogs, man. What is this?
Oh,
That is till you do right by me. Everything you do gonna fail.
that's what I thought that was, but I think that's the horns.
That you trying to put a root on somebody? Put
Right,
his
that's
hands-
the
not the horn frog.
yeah, that's the
God
that's the
dang
Miss
it.
Sealy. That's
know what?
the Miss Sealy.
That.
That's what that is.
That's the Miss
Ain't that
C.
how they do the Horned Frogs? Huh? I'm gonna look it up.
That
real fast.
is, but we don't understand why. Because maybe because it's this the frog and these the horn.
Is what it is.
What
It's
what is
almost,
the,
it's almost, it's,
no
it's
not
almost like
that.
this.
That's not what they do. Not for
They doing
not
the gang
for,
time.
not for TCU.
Hang loose. Is that the hang loose?
Oh,
say
anyway,
say it just randomly.
I
through it,
think,
what it is.
I think,
Maule.
what did you say?
Maule.
You said money line or you laid the 7 +7 pick?
Hey, give me that money line. I like that 215. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
We
this,
talking about the
The
Stay
color purple, I
focused.
know what you mean.
I'm
No,
staying
no,
focused.
no. I'm talking about saying. I mean, we talking about the actual money line.
He went money line.
Yeah, he went money line. He
TCU
went
money
money
line.
line.
I took TCU with the spread.
I mean, you know what? This is a chance for UT to put their squad on notice that they're going to be better next year by knocking off an undefeated TCU team with a chance of making the playoffs.
But they're not gonna do it. They're gonna choke.
If you, hey, but you need to remember who the defensive coordinator is.
Tell them
the
again.
Defensive coordinator was the head coach where?
TCU.
TCU.
Gary
With that
Patterson.
being said, give me UT money line.
You been hanging with Ant
doing the whole song.
You're gonna hear that a lot on Saturday. You understand me? I said this a couple weeks ago. TCU was going to crawl their way up into their top 4, and then they would fall to their knees at the domination of the Texas Longhorns. Man, it's just that simple. Texas gonna get the job done, man. They similar to LSU are clicking on all cylinders now. It's just what it is. And you know, Steve Sarkisian has found his way. You know, last week, the last game they lost at Texas Tech, he came out, he apologized because he didn't do the fight song at the end.
Yeah.
He's righting his wrongs. He's doing all the right things, and it's starting to show with his team as well. They're starting to resonate. So you can't hold it against him with Quinn Ewers being out, you know what I'm saying, and having the backup who couldn't even throw the ball deep, you know what I'm saying, against Alabama, and we still were supposed to win that game. With that being said, I agree with said 100%. Give me Texas on the money line. I think it's a sure thing.
All right.
One of us is gonna be sad. One of us is gonna be glad.
No. Two of us are gonna be sad.
Oh, I went with the spread.
And two, well, yeah, that still could mean they could lose by 8.
Yeah, but it can lose, and I'll be okay.
Hey, listen. That's why
75.
That's why these big fish eat these little fish over here.
I'm in third place.
These big fish.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, so you just a big fish when it comes to college?
Hey.
Hey.
Sir. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know, but I got a 10-game lead on you right now. You probably want to pipe down over there, sir.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. No, he didn't.
Okay. What are you saying? What does that mean?
I'm just.
You ain't even at the top. You can't even. You don't even qualify, sir.
I'm just saying. But you were sitting here talking about these.
No.
Fish, eat these fish.
This big fish got you by 10.
Yeah,
I'm minus 10. I'm minus 10, sir. I'm minus 10, sir.
Where was you at last week?
You're talking about a week. I'm talking about. I'm building a legacy. You understand me?
Right, you right. You building a legacy, all right.
I'm building a legacy, sir.
All right.
What are we talking about? You come on, sir. Okay. You know what? I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you what's up. Come on, Saturday. Come on, Saturday. I'm finna show you what's up. I'm finna show you what's up.
Those are our picks. And we appreciate y'all for sticking.
Lady A, I'm about to show him what's up.
Okay, you do that.
Look at me.
I don't want because you too close.
Nope.
Right, you making me cross-eyed. What you?
You see it.
It's going wrong. All wrong.
Hey, we appreciate y'all sticking with us while we did everything we did today, right? Hey, Monday, Philly Commanders live stream.
Whoa.
You ain't say nothing about that, man.
You didn't say nothing on live stream.
Don't. We can talk about that off air. Don't do that.
No. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I didn't say y'all was confused. I got it.
You already. Hey, look. You should have saved the live stream.
Live streaming it.
Hold on. You should have saved the first live stream for this game, actually, not the freaking Bears. Let me just say that.
You right.
See, that was a Thursday, and we were already going to be
I know,
live.
said.
Yeah.
I know.
But this, I mean, there's only 2 primetime games that they had this year.
Right, but
They only
we
got
were
2
already
primetime
on air on Thursday, so
Yeah, we should have still just said, all right, now we're gonna watch this game. We'll live text you on Twitter. That's what we should have
Live
said.
text. No, listen,
Live text?
I got
What?
this joint. I got it anyway. But listen, what was I about to say?
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, yeah. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, we do. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging in there with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the First String Podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast as well. Hit that bell to enable notifications. Say it. Let me get this set up. Say it.
Oh Lord.
Waving your flag.
Don't even you say nothing.
Go Longhorns.
Okay. Well, he already said it. There we go. We're out.
Artlist.io